Hello everybody, it's Thursday, what day is it? Thursday 27th of January. It's time for my weekly update. I weighed myself just a few moments ago. You notice I have my fuzzy on, which means I just came from working out. I weighed myself and I am at 17 stone 6 pounds. Now that is a decrease of 5 pounds off of last week's weigh-in, and I'm quite happy to think that at least 2 pounds of that is probably fat. Basically, my husband has said that he has noticed a difference when he's hugging me already, and I think that's basically down to just toning up rather than losing fat, really, because I was quite lethargic in my lifestyle. I really didn't do anything, so I think everything's just kind of springing, back together as I build up my muscles again. As far as the week has gone, it's been really, really hard. I was going to do a rant and rave about how do you cope when you can't afford to buy the foods that you need to be eating that are healthy for you. Just like in America, because I've been there before and been broke, it's the same here. A lot of the time the processed foods and stuff that's really bad for you is a lot cheaper than the good stuff, and that's exactly what I find here. My husband is a blue-collar worker. He makes more than minimum wage. He's got the same job for 20 plus years. He does make more than minimum wage, but not by a lot, and usually he does get paid weekly. By the time we pay our bills every week, we usually only have about 30 to 40 quid left over, which usually includes petrol and also gas and electrical for our home. And unfortunately, this last week caught us kind of short, and we ran out of gas, which our stoves work on, and our hot water for 3 days. So I wasn't able to cook anything. Basically had to resort to anything I could microwave, which was basically just potatoes, which weren't good because I am one of those type of people. I can only eat potatoes with butter. I don't do them without butter. I don't like them that way. So I haven't been eating them because of that, and I basically had to live 3 days on microwave potatoes and butter. So that's not good. It's really hard. It gets really difficult. I get depressed a lot because we're so broke, and if we just had like an extra 50, 100 quid a week, that would make up the difference. That would provide us with at least, not like a great lifestyle, but at least a lifestyle where we're not broke a day after payday, or as today goes, today was payday, and we're broke already. So hopefully I have enough gas this time, also because we've been so low on money because he's not getting overtime. I'm not able to buy the foods that I should be eating. When I started this, I decided, of course, I would be putting greens into my lifestyle, but I would also be going more towards the leaner meats and staying away from the hamburger and things of that nature. And unfortunately, that hasn't happened for this week and basically most of last week, due to the fact that we can't afford to go and spend 35 pounds on a, well, it's basically what I do is I go to Costco and I buy this joint of beef, and then I chop it up into steak servings, and it's 35 quid, usually roughly around that point, and that usually makes about 10 meals. But because we haven't been able to afford to drive out to Costco, and also 35 quid, that's pretty much our whole weekly allotment lately, it hasn't happened. So it's been hamburger stuff. So that's not good. Apparently my body is still, working because it is getting down, but I think it's mainly just the exercises doing that part. And I'm hoping that we will come out of our and I will be able to afford food that's better. Really, as far as cravings and stuff, I haven't really had a problem, but I think it's also because in my mind, I know we're broke, so even if even if my body is screaming that it wants chocolate or something, my brain already knows that's not going to happen, so it doesn't bother to relay the message. Been drinking a lot of water, lots and lots of water. I buy these 5-liter tankered water, basically, and I go through about 2 of those a week now, which is a lot of water, but I think it's also due to the fact that my body was probably pretty dehydrated from living off of basically just pop. So that's that. That's basically it. I mean, it's really just been kind of a doolally type of week. It's just been stressful and irritating. And as I said in my first video, one of my main reasons for doing this is not only one, because I'm tired of being but 2, because I do feel that my weight has been a hindrance in my getting a job, which my having a job, even if it was minimum wage here, that would still be an extra 100, 150 quid a week, which would be so much better. And it would also help me because, as I also said in, video number 1, I think it was, I don't have any friends, I don't know anybody, I don't talk to people, I don't socialize. I find that my brain is becoming quite laxed. I tend to reverse words sometimes now when I'm talking. I'll say things, I'll trip over my tongue when I'm talking, and I think that really is down to just not having a social network to be able to speak with other people and to be able to work my brain. It's just basically zombitized by the TV or me staring at my computer writing or watching everybody on YouTube or whatever. So a job would help me immensely. I know it would. And although it would add stress to certain aspects, in other aspects it would make my life so much easier. Yeah, so that's what I'm working for. I applied for 4 jobs today. I have made a career out of applying for jobs, vacancies, going on interviews. I've been on so many interviews. If I was getting paid for that, I'd be okay. And I just want to get my foot in the door, and every month that I don't work, that's another month on top of since the last time I did work, because of everything. It does take a while to get your visas and everything in order before they allow you to give you the go-ahead to allow you to work. And it just adds month after month after month. I think right now I'm pretty much equivalent to a woman who's been out of the workplace because she's had a kid, and decided to stay home during its early years to help it develop. So, I don't know. It's the age, it's the weight. I don't think my being American is an issue, except over here it is a big, I wouldn't say stereotype, because we know in America we do have an obesity problem. But over here it's a norm. They expect it. They expect if they hear an American that the person is going to be huge. And unfortunately I am just contributing to that thought process, and I would like not to anymore. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I haven't seen very many new posts, so I'm hoping everybody out there is okay. And that's it. I guess I feel kind of down, getting ready to start another week and stuff. The distance thing, 3 miles. I found out I can do that in about 40 minutes to 52 minutes. So, but I was kind of pushing myself. I was at incline and also, speed walking, not really running, but just speed walking at about 6.2 mark, which is really fast, for me. And I did find that, stupid me, I didn't bother to start off slow, went right into it, and about 10 minutes in, my calves just froze. They just knotted up, and so I had to kind of bring it back down. I think I went to 5.1, and at one point when I was taking a breather, I was down at about 4.4, 4.6. So, and then I would just go back and forth, fluctuate back and forth. And so that's what I've been doing. So it's 3 miles. Figured I'll give that 3 mile mark another week, maybe 2, depending on how much easier it gets. I do find my pulse still gets really, really high. And my shoulder ends up hurting after I'm done, and I think that's just basically because I tend to wobble on the treadmill. it just throws my equilibrium completely out of whack. And when I get off of it, it's like, whoo, it's like being drunk, basically. It's just really weird. So, but I think I'll give it another week or 2 weeks, and then I'll start doing the distance in 2 intervals. I don't know if you can see, but you can see my breath. That's how cold it is. It's like -4 at 5:11 p.m. And like I said, you know, we have to be quite sparingly with our gas, which is what heats our house. So we haven't had it on, which I can tell is not good because I can feel my chest is kind of starting to tighten a bit more, and I think that might be because of the bronchitis. You know, it takes a while to get over even with the antibiotics, and I'm hoping that it's not coming back, that I'll deal with that bridge when I have to cross it. As far as cigarettes go, being broke is a wonderful tool because it means I can't buy cigarettes. So the whole schedule thing has kind of gone out the window because I haven't been able to smoke. Today I did actually get a pack. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. But I did. But it's going to be my only pack for the whole week. So I either have to make it last or, you know, whatever. Just give it up. I know I need to give it up. But it's harder said than done most of the time. So I'm sure you guys can tell I'm pretty stressed. Yeah. But anyway, so that's that. So hopefully I'll hear from some of you guys soon in your posts and stuff, which I enjoy looking forward to. And I shall talk to you next week at the latest on Thursday, and perchance in between if I get a bug up my butt and feel the need to rant. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.